Good afternoon or good morning, depending on where you're at. It's really gray out still in California, so to me it feels like nighttime. I never know. And I keep waiting to wake up to some sunshine. We had May gray, and now we have June gloom. So, don't know how y'all are feeling or what you're doing in your neck of the woods and how your weather is. We've had all these natural disasters too. If you've seen all this fire, it's not that far from where I live, but I've been blessed to not be in the thick of it, but it's in the surrounding areas of my little town in Laguna Hills. So if you've been watching that, all of my friends too that are in those areas are safe, which is an awesome thing. So how y'all doing this morning? Hi, Canna. Tell me how your weather is, and I hope none of you are in any of the natural disasters that have been happening. Hi, Donna. How are you? Good morning, George. What's happening? ¿Cómo estás? So I am loving all the comments and the messages and texts and different things you guys have been sending to me. Hi, Wesley. Keeping up to date with you all. It's gotten harder because I've been working a lot more. Hi, Matt. How are you? Matt's in beautiful weather. I'm so happy for you. Hi, Nelly. Porque está haciendo calor. And he says it's hot where he is at. George is in hot weather. So California tends to be hot, but we do get a lot of overcast and we do get nightly breezes, which is a really nice break. If you ever went to Florida, because I'm from Florida and there's no break in the heat. It's just hot. 24/7 hot, hot, hot. Okay, so I'm glad that those of you who are in those weathers are doing well or tolerating that, or if you get inside and get a break from all of it. We've got 98 degrees in Indiana and beautiful. Hi. So I'll be a weather girl in my next life. I'm just messing with you guys. Just got to get your morning started with a little humor. Julie, one of my viewers, was so kind. She's always appreciating my weird, awkward, nerdy, whatever sense of humor. So you got to laugh, man. Life is too hard. It's too complicated not to laugh. You can have all the rain causing us to flood in Maryland. Oh my God, yes. Take your rain and sprinkle it out other places, Wesley. And hot in the city for George. Or hot in the city like the song for George. And this is great because we're talking about getting comfortable in our own skin. So I guess talking about the weather is one way to talk about being comfortable in your own skin. And again, my viewer Julie had brought up, can you talk about accepting your flaws and your failures? And I added your faults. And so that's how I came up with getting comfortable in your own skin. So hi, Subamal. How are you? Oh my gosh, you guys, send love to Subamal. He lost a friend today. I'm so sorry. That's really sad, and that's so hard. And I feel for you. I have lost too many friends in my lifetime, and the most recent one was 2 years ago. One of my dearest friends. I truly send my love and condolences to you, and hope everybody watching will do the same. These are tough times when we lose people that we care about, so we need all the love and support we can get. Thank you all for supporting Subamal. And we're talking today about getting comfortable in your own skin, and I can say that grieving is just, having your feelings and your emotions is one way to get comfortable in your own skin. And we all struggle. We have so many insecurities, and when we have faults and flaws that other people point out, sometimes it's embarrassing or we feel ashamed of those faults and flaws. And George lost 2 pounds. Hey, George is throwing in, I'm assuming he thinks this is a flaw, but that he needs to lose some weight. So what do you guys think about that? And thank you, Kenna, for supporting Subamal. Yeah, some people, their physical weight or the condition of their body is upsetting and makes them feel like they're flawed. And that's okay. It's a goal to be in a healthy weight range so that you function and feel good and look good, which sometimes helps us to feel better about ourselves. But that's the outside job. The inside job is dealing with your heart and your emotion. Thank you, Tina, for sending prayers. And thank you, George. So I want you to know your comments probably are coming in delayed. That's why George's comment about his weight came in the middle of all that. So thank you for sending that. Condolences, George. So I want you to know the inside job is dealing with your emotional self, your insecurity. Things that people tell you about you may not even be true, but if you grow up being told that you're dumb or stupid or insignificant or you don't matter, you're not going to amount to anything, you're not very pretty, you're not good looking, you're not very bright, these things really hurt our self-esteem dramatically. And so then when we become adults, we walk around very insecure. And when we're insecure, sometimes we act out. George says smiling is better than crying. I can't argue with that, George, but I do plenty of both. Dear God, there are equal opportunity emotions on my face and in my life. So I hope you do the same. So anyways, if you have those insecurities as an adult, it's very hard to get comfortable in your own skin. Hey, Julie, this was Julie's topic. Everybody say, yay, Julie. Thank you, Julie. Thumbs up. I hope I tackle it. I'm all over the place as per usual right now. And those of you who will get annoyed by that, I'm so sorry. So sorry. But that's just who I am. I'm all over the place. And it's a good thing. I don't get bored. Hiwi Tillish. Hiwi Tillish. How are you? You have the coolest name, and I'm sure I'm mispronouncing it. And so, thank you for joining in. All right. We have another person who I cannot pronounce at all. Hello, beautiful, from Macedonia. And wow, you have letters that are not even familiar to me in my alphabet. And it looks Ukrainian, Russian. Sorry, guys. I'm so bad with things like this. Hi, Elizabeth and George. So anyways, Antoinette, yes, I hate insecurities. I like to get over it, especially dealing with men. Whoa, you guys are coming in hot now, right? I deal with it every day. I am told I am dumb and will never have anything or any friends. So let me tackle this because you only have a few minutes this morning. When we accept what other people tell us about ourselves, we are going to live in insecurity. We have to discover for ourselves, who are we and what are we? I may not be the brightest, bulb in the box, but that's okay. Maybe I'm comfortable where I'm at. I'm living the life that I want, and we have to stop comparing ourselves. So one way to get comfortable in our own skin is, number one, stop comparing yourself to other people, especially the people close or around you, family or friends, co-workers. You have your own race to run. You're in your own lane. And when you try to get into other people's and, I'm going to be more like her, I'm going to pull his personality characteristics towards me and try to function that way, you're losing yourself. Your job is to be hi, John. Hi, Connie. Hi, Narendra. Hi. Very nice. Your job is to be your own best person. If you're busy trying to be like somebody else, you're always going to fail. You will always be the sloppy second, not the original. The original you is the best you that there possibly is. So feed your strengths. Look within yourself and discover, what are my strengths? What do I do really well? Maybe I'm a super great friend. Maybe I'm an incredible parent. Maybe I'm an incredible worker and I'm a little worker bee, or I'm a fabulous manager or writer. Whatever your thing is that you are, keep emphasizing and focusing on that and building that part of yourself, which will help you get comfortable in your skin. Now, in relationships, that's a little harder. Sometimes we're choosing somebody that isn't a good match for us, and they make us feel like we're not good enough, and then we accept that information as truth, when it's really not. Sometimes you're just poorly matched. Like, I got 2 dogs that are like poorly matched for me. Like, they're psycho. Like, I cannot get them to calm down, to listen, to respect, to do whatever. Sometimes my husband is able to do it better, or my daughter, but for me, they're poorly matched dogs for me. Our personalities aren't in sync. So imagine with humans, if I choose to be close friends with people that our values and our thinking and our ideas are not the same, I'm always going to struggle in those relationships. That's no fun. And it's not that you can't have a variety of people in your life. You should, because they bring the spice. To have people different than you that are more colorful or are more risk takers or are more adventurous, they bring some fun and color into your life. But if you are so very, very different on your core values, you're always going to struggle. So tell me what you think about that, and if that answers your questions. I think Connie was asking, how do you turn off your feelings? Prayers and sorry for everyone who lives with grief. I can't say anything else because I'm negative right now. Sorry. I'm so sorry, Connie. And it's okay, girl. Like most days when I wake up and the sky looks as gray as it is, it bums me out. I have that seasonal affective disorder, I think, where you're affected by the weather. And I get super depressed and it's hard to be positive. I force myself to do these lives, because it forces me to get out of myself. So when I'm in my worst state of negativity, as much as I might hate to make that effort, I go try to do something for somebody else to pull myself out of my own head, because sometimes my head could be a miserable place to visit. So how do you turn off your feelings? That's one way. So getting comfortable in your own skin is, I just said, don't make comparisons to other people. The other thing to do is be of service. To get out of yourself and your own discomfort, sometimes you need to do something for somebody else. It gives you purpose. It could be somebody that you know and love, or it could be bringing a coffee to a friend at work. It could be volunteering at homeless shelters. I love to do that. And feed the senior citizens in our neighborhood. It's called Meals on Wheels. And when I'm feeling shitty and I go do something for somebody and it puts a smile on that face, that has a direct impact on how I feel. So one way to get comfortable in your own skin is to be of service to other people and live with a purpose. What do you think about that? Kathy, you got to know your worth. It starts with you. Amen. Connie, I've always been pushed away by everyone. I just don't matter to anyone, not even my kids. I never hear from them. Connie, it's so hard, and you guys, getting comfortable in your skin. When we put our value and worth in how other people view us or how other people show up for us in our life, it's a weird thing to have children and then they grow away from you, but that is the nature of the beast. As parents, it's much clearer in the animal kingdom than in the human kingdom. You know, animals, they launch their young. Get out of the nest, go fly, birdie, go out into the wilderness, tiger or lion. We teach them to go and find their own way and path. Humans are the only ones that stay connected to their young in this way and get our worth and our value from our young. And truth be told, our kids need to live their lives for them, not for us. It is very hurtful if you've dedicated your whole life to your kids and they don't really have time for you. My mom happens to be really good in this area. She knows that I'm still raising children. I have thriving businesses and commitments like this that are important to me, and friends. And she understands that my time not spent with her isn't because I don't love her and care for her. It's that this is the life that I'm now living, and this is the life that she wanted for me. So the more she sits with joy and expresses her joy and desire for my life, to as long as my life is right and I'm living right, she's happy, and she keeps reporting that to me. Well, then of course the more time I want to spend with her. So maybe that's a different approach. What do you guys think? I understand. I feel I don't matter to anyone, not even my kids. They don't care about me. Is Connie and Tina, seems like you guys can support each other in this. I found the Lord. I rode a Harley, hung with hundreds, and when I started serving God, they all left me. That's interesting. I used to take care of my neighbor, but she moved to a nursing home. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And because you have it in your heart to give, Connie, and anybody else who's living, keep going. Don't let how other people respond to you or changes in life stop you from continuing. We all are going to have these times, moments of grief where we lose someone. Sublimal earlier at the beginning of the live talked about losing a friend this morning, and he's in a sad place. So you can send him love and Sublimal. You can send Connie love and support. Tina and Connie, sounds like similar things are going on with your life. And missing your children and your grandchildren. You have to live for you. As long as we live for other people, we're uncomfortable in our own skins. We can't find happiness and joy when we're always trying to seek it from the outside. And I'm so sorry that you go through those things. I've had many times in my life where I feel utterly alone, that there's nobody there, that I'm not being supported, and I have to find my way out. My children won't find it for me. My husband won't find it for me. Nothing they say or do changes how I feel on the inside, especially if I'm feeling alone or lonely. So I've had to invest in therapy and support groups and going to the gym for exercise. And if you're spiritual, go to a church. I do meditation. I do yoga. You guys, I've said this before. You have to take steps to get comfortable in your own skin. No one's going to help you get right with you except you and those who have spiritual belief. It's between you and God. And you can call upon your spiritual higher power to support you and relieve the pain and suffering that you have. We all have the right to live well within our own body. This is your first temple right here. If you can't get right with you and you keep putting blame on outside, these are all the reasons why I'm not happy. You're powerless of everything outside. Your boss, your children, your lover, your husband, your friend. The only power you have is in here, is personal power within you to change the course of your life. And if you're unwilling to do that, then you will live with the constant resentment and sadness of how your life isn't changing. Please seek help. Please go outside of your comfort zone. I say this all the time to you guys. Go to a priest, a pastor, go to a counseling center, go to free counseling and support groups, go to enlightenment groups, read books on personal power and enlightenment. You guys don't deserve to stay stuck in your own misery and in your own hurt and pain. Grieve it. Absolutely express your pain in tears and then move forward from it and say, this is the life that I have, and I refuse to waste time sitting in the what ifs. Sitting that if my kids would or my husband would, then I would be happy. You have to own that you are the master of your own happiness right now. And if I've said nothing else that you heard, hear that. The way to get comfortable in your skin is owning that you're the master of your own happiness. So I'm going to do one quick read and then I'm going to go. My little 15-minute live is up. My youth, unfortunately, wasn't good. Connie is talking about some very deep and personal issues here with being traumatized as a child and rape. Yeah, I mean, that's horrific. PTSD is horrifying. So support group for you, EMDR therapy, staying in therapy and making sure you clear those traumatic events from owning and having power still in your life today, and choosing new friendships and support is one way that you can go. I need to move away, then things may be better. Absolutely. Don't stay where you're not wanted, not welcome, not regarded. Don't stay where you don't feel joy, where you don't feel uplifted, enthusiastic, where you don't feel you're being taken care of. That's a signal that it's time for you to change. Sorry, it's getting in my eyes. That's a time for you to change the course of your life, okay? So, thank you so much for your comments. Este semestre que viene se gradúa. And George, somebody in your life is graduating. Un trabajo porque es excelente alumna de la universidad. I'm going to have to go back and read that, George, because I must have missed some of that. Somebody in your life is graduating and I don't know what you're sharing. Ahora vendrá tiempo para mí. Oh, I guess he can spend more time and focus on himself. If it's his time. And he says, the eyes of the tiger are inside. Yes. Awesome. Julie, I think you have to start loving yourself first. There is no other way but doing that. And Wesley, so thank you all for saying hi. Goodbye. Hey, ma'am, waiting for your live. Okay, Joselie, I know you're just jumping on. I'm at the end of my live. Say bye. Send love and support to Tina, Connie, Sublamal, who shared painful stories in their life with all of you and with me. Send their love and support. Tara, I love that. Do not stay where there is not joy. I say that all the time. Yay, Tara. So I'm glad. And Joselie, join me on my live Thursday night. This live is a short 15 minutes. Started at 10:30. I'm now over that. Thank you, Tina. I love you guys. I support you. I want the best for your life. I do with any human that crosses my path. And those of you who keep hitting on me, God bless you. It's great for my ego. And that's lovely. But, you know, it borders. So if you're being kind and loving and sending comments, I love that. If you're being flirtatious, we all know I'm married. I mentioned Fareed on these lives, my husband Fareed, of 25 years, July 16th, all the time. So that's, you know, I'm not out here looking for love other than love between human to human, friend to friend, spreading kindness and joy in my heart. So thank you all for, you know, supporting my little ego like that. But I just wanted to make that clear because some of you guys, you just keep coming. So thank you all. Hey, Marla, I'm just finishing up. That's my friend Marla. Hi, Marla. We're in book club together. That's something else I do on my free time. So bless your all's heart. And I love you all. And watch my live. I'll go the full 30, 40 minutes, usually 40 minutes. 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Thursday. Send me what you want to talk about. Thank you, Julie, for sending this topic. So send me a topic, and you know me, I got no problem talking about it. So have an awesome day. Hope you lift your spirits in your heart. Say prayers, meditation, and seek the support of a loved one, a friend, or a counselor if you're needing that today, okay? Bless you.